So today I'm going to show you how to get the most out of your growth marketing strategies for 2023. In one of the recent videos, I talked about A/B testing strategies, but I realized a lot of people don't necessarily know how to implement A/B testing strategies across their company. And A/B testing isn't the only way to growth hack your business and get more results. You have multivariate testing. You have a variety of different types of testing tools. But first, before I get started, if you like my videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you know somebody that can benefit from these videos, share it with them. Copy the link and share it. And we have a quiz below for anybody who's struggling with email marketing and they need help figuring out what's working and what's not. We have a quiz, a free quiz. Take the quiz, fill it out. It's going to give you some feedback on what you could be doing differently about your email marketing. So I'm going to hop over to my screen and I'm going to show you guys some simple ways that you can implement testing. In fact, I'm going to show you some ways that you can get your team involved in the idea generation and how to facilitate and organize a pipeline of ideas so you can test them out week by week or day by day, depending on whatever you're testing at the moment. But I'm going to help you create a system to do that. So let's jump over there. All right, so now I'm on my laptop. What you see here is a simple Google Sheets form. It doesn't get more basic than this. And this form, I set it up. It's an easy way for you to experiment or collect test ideas that you want to try on your campaigns. And in this example that I created for you guys, we're testing out LinkedIn ideas. So this is the way that this form works. During your morning meetings or whenever you're having meetings with your growth team or your marketing team that's trying to figure out how to get results, you can present this form to them. And the form is pretty straightforward. The idea, the name of the idea, then you have the idea description. And with the idea description, you want to describe what you think, what the problem is, and what do you think this idea is going to solve. So being very clear about that. And then your hypothesis. Your hypothesis is based on the scenario. What do how do you see this idea playing out? And then finally, what metrics do you want to actually measure? Are you measuring likes, click-through rates, purchases? There's a variety of things that you can test here. So, and you can measure. But once you come up with this and you show your team how to use this tool, the next thing is sharing it with them and creating a regular cadence where each week you guys are, reviewing this and getting ready to deploy and test out the ideas. Now, the cool thing, here's this tool on the back end. So you can see it's timestamped. This is an idea of a campaign that we want to try, or we want to try this focus vulnerability with LinkedIn posts. And all that means that if you look in the description, sharing posts that highlights or shares some vulnerable component of the founder, of the CEO. And then your hypothesis here is you think that this is going to get more eyeballs onto your post, get more engagement. And the metrics that we can choose to use to measure this is likes and comments. How many likes and comments do we get? Now, if you go to the right a little bit further, there's a rating scoring system. This scoring system is from 1 to 10, and 10 being this. Yes, this is really a good idea. 1 being it's not. So this is how, to the right of this column, we are measuring some of the variability or the potential of this idea. So here I just put this down for example. What do we think the impact of this approach is going to be? An 8 out of 10. I think it's going to be very impactful. My confidence there is kind of a 6. We can play around with that number. Let's change it to 7. And then you have here the ease of implementation is an 8. So when we rank this idea at the end of the day, this idea is a 7.6. So if we had 3 or 4 more ideas and they turned out to be a 5.5 or a 7, then we know that this is going to be one of the ideas that we prioritize as one of the first ones to test. So what I really love about this approach is it creates a system, and all your team has to do is go to this sheet, submit their idea, They can submit as many as ideas as they want to, and then you have a manager on your side, or you, if you're the founder or the leader of this project, you go through this and you vet and figure out which ideas you want to try based on their averages and what it has been rated as. And then you get to execution, test the idea out, and move on to the next one. So this is a very simple framework that's going to help you be successful with how you test ideas. And this, in this case, we're using this for LinkedIn, but you could use this for any type of marketing efforts that you want to try. And actually, you don't have to stop it with marketing efforts. It could be software efforts. It could be, management style, or trying different approaches to customer service. There's so many ways that you could use this tactic to optimize the performance of whatever you're doing, whatever you're setting your attention to. So I know you guys are used to getting a ton of profound, great ideas, but I think one of the most practical things you want to think about is, how do you test those ideas? How do you figure out how to pull results from ideas? And how do you move on to the next idea? I had a colleague ask me recently, a question about a particular thing she wanted to try, and she asked what my thoughts were on it, and my response was, I don't know. I actually don't have an answer there, but I think what you should do is test it, because a lot of times if you test something, you get to get direct results of how that's going to work for you. There's a lot of great ideas that you can see and follow online, but what is going to be most important is seeing how that idea or that thought or that process works for you and your business. So I'm a huge fan of testing. So if you don't know the answer and you have not tried it before, test it out. All right, so that's all I have for today's video. If you like this video, again, please hit the like and subscribe button and share it with anybody that you see can find value in this. And don't forget to take the quiz at the bottom if you are struggling with email marketing. That quiz will give you some ideas and some feedback on things that you can do differently to help your email campaign performances improve. So until next time, I'll see you guys.